Well, good afternoon, folks. It is a beautiful day, May the 1st. Sun's been shining, wind's been blowing. It's in the low to mid 80s. Been in the mid 80s today. I thought I'd do a little walk through the garden right quick. Ain't a lot to see, but things is growing. As you can see, we'll start here with the Brussels sprouts. These 4 on the end is Brussels sprouts. No, I've been talking about them. These two, them two. The rest of that is cauliflower and broccoli, and one's on one side mostly and one's on the other mostly. Yeah, I got them mixed up and I don't know which is which yet. I got a feeling I know, but I'm not going to chance it and try to make a dare here and see if I can show you which one. They look a lot alike. My roll of Mule team tomatoes. I've never grew a Mule team. There's 18 in this roll. I planted, I think, 20 or 25, and 22 lived, and one died after that, so I have roughly 20, 21 of them. I think I still got maybe 2 left. I'm going to give them to my son, but he plants a small swimming pool. We're getting him started little. He's 18, he's out, got his own place now, so gotta get him started. Cucumbers, straight 8s. They didn't harden off too well. I had to run some solar shade for them. They just couldn't handle the sun. The sun's been intense this year, especially for April. As you can see my okra there. Not sure which one it is. I planted seeds. Just wanted to see if my okra seeds would work, and these are the survivors. I didn't plant about 12, and I think there's 10 there. My newest addition this weekend is 40 tomatoes. Them are Jet Star and Jet Setter, and they're mixed. Basically the same thing. Very little difference in them. They're both hybrids, so I'm not worried about mixing them. They grow basically the same shape tomato, same color, same kind of plant. I ain't worried about it. On the end, I've just got done with 8 jalapenos. Some of these are store-bought seeds, and some of these was some I saved. I had a little bit of both come up. I don't have a real good luck sometimes with some companies when I buy jalapeno seeds, so I started saving some. I already got little peppers. I had to put them out. One here somewhere's got a little green pepper. That's got pods started. That one's got pods started. That one got a little green pepper on it. That first got starts. We're gonna have pepper for too long. This will be kind of hard to see, but I got 3 rolls of sweet corn. We didn't eat all the corn last year, so I didn't make full rolls. I made about 2/3 of a roll and saved this bottom half. Which the ones that don't know about my garden, it's on an angle. Those that can't see it, there's about a 3-foot drop from the top to the bottom. This bottom half where I'm standing gets a little less sun, and of course it gets a little more moisture. It doesn't do good for corn. Corn planted down here, you either got smaller ears, less ears to stalk. The best ones is right in the middle of the garden. Always has been the best in the middle. No matter how I plant it, which way I turn it, it's the middle of the garden's the best. This gets me down to my experiment. Now, I messed it up a little bit. I let the tiller walk on me. That old big tiller sometimes gets away from me. It'll walk sideways on you. But these potatoes here, pretty good size here, was the peelings. Peelings I started saving, me and Cindy saved probably from November of 2021 up to I planted them in, what was the 1st April. Peelings, dried a little bit, saved in the refrigerator, not froze, just refrigerated. We'll make potato plants. We're gonna see what kind of potatoes they make. That brings me down to the other 2 rolls. Kind of disappointed in. I'll get down here at the end. Let me turn around and show you. Got some real good potatoes here. These was last year's potatoes. I save all the little tiny ones, what I call the change, even the small ones you can't eat. We don't eat them all, I plant them. Make new potatoes every year. Well, this section here that has nothing was that sack of new potatoes I'd bought from the store that had eyes on them. I tried them. Not a single one of them come up. I even dug some of them out of the ground. They're still solid. The eyes has never changed. But my potatoes from last year, which I started to roll out with on each end, is doing good. The third row over here, I've been actually the first one I planted, done good except for here. And there's, for some reason or another, this little spot's late. I've got a potato coming up in the middle there. I've checked them, they are coming. But they was whole potatoes. I'm not sure if they was something out of a bag or not. They didn't quite look like mine from last year. Most of ours is red. We plant Yukon Gold, and I think it's red Ladosa last year. I like the red Pontiac better, but can't always get them here. I've got 2.5 rows of potatoes. And I didn't like that dead spot. The reason I know they didn't grow and I dug them out was because I went back and I planted some more potatoes with eyes on it. In a week or so, I'll have potatoes to fill this row. It won't be void no more. Got a till. I left the void here because nothing really grows good. It's kind of shady over here to evening and it gets really hot. I'm saving this spot for something. But the only thing else I have planted in this garden is sugar snout peas. I had some I saved from last year and I had some still in a pack. I mixed them, shook them up in a bag and planted them. So I can't tell you which one done better, because the majority of them come up. Yeah, there's a rogue potato. I had one growing, I stuck it in the dirt. I never did come over here and plant potatoes. Guess I'll dig it and move it. Only got one really bare spot, and I think it'll probably, if when it rains, because it didn't rain last night like it's supposed to. They forecasted 60 or 70% chance of rain, and we never got a drop. The clouds actually split, went north of us, went south of us. Just enough, we didn't get a drop. Good sized clouds. I just knew we was gonna get water. Of course, this is where I'm rerouting the ditch. The ditch went down through my garden when it's rained so much it cut my garden. And these are the Sunchokes. These now have the end of my garden. They have taken the end of the garden as their home. For the ones that don't know, Sunchokes, Jerusalem, they call them Jerusalem artichokes. They're not really an artichoke at all, but anyway, won't get back into that again. It's been a discussion, sorry. But these are Sunchokes. They're similar to a potato in a way. You can eat them like a potato and use them like a potato. They're starchy, gassy. They tell you to watch how you cook them. They can hurt your stomach. But cook for a few minutes and release the gas, kind of like a sweet potato. They say they're very good. I've never ate one, but they're perennial, so I planned on trying to get a perennial started here. So I'll have something that comes back every year. So I got lots of grass. I don't think that counts. Blackberries here. Massive Goji Berry swarm I've got to cut down. People love Goji berries, talks about Goji berries, well, they're invasive. I planted 2 plants about 5 years ago. Care to guess how many's in that wad now? And we cut them back every year to one small pod. It was cut back last year to something I could have put my arms around. It's quadrupled or worse over spring. Yeah, they're invasive. They put out lots of berries. You can see what they do. Just thought I'd throw that in there. I walked through the blackberries. I just thought I'd give you a quick tour of Garden 1. Garden 2, you've seen it the other day if you watched the video about the bean trellis. That's Garden 2. It's got the onions and the beans in it. But glad you joined me. Y'all have a good week.